Good morning, AP Biotech stars. Here we go. Time to get into lab. Well, I'll be in lab. You won't. Anyhow, it's Tuesday, first day of the term, quarter four, rolling into that exam. And what we need to do is do some technology, visual technology. I talked about PCR and gel electrophoresis, and now at least for no better reason, you're going to watch some. Your job today isn't the lab. I'm working on that myself. I'm getting that all done and filmed myself. But your job today is preparation. So what you need to do is I decided Mini One, this is the company that I got the equipment from off the grant. And so rather than breaking this into pieces and doing whatever, since you're not in the lab with me, I just uploaded the whole student guide lab manual, and that's what I want you to go through for the most part today. Now, the beginning stuff and the group discussion questions, since you don't have a group and blah blah blah, we're going to bypass that. But then start reading with the objectives and the background, which should help you out. And then there are stop and think questions, which are what you should do. Just stop and think for a minute. Don't just blow through it because you got, what else you got to do? You're sitting at home. You got work to do. But if we want to see success on these free response, it's the stop and think stuff that we have to do. I have gotten through the free response. I have gone back and checked through. One person did have a minor, I don't know how the computer did it on the scoring thing, but anyhow, it was the only person with AP stuff to do. But there were things that we blew through that you can't blow. I mean, telling you to watch the diarrhea of the wrist is one thing. Making your answers, even on the short 4-point deal, a sentence or half a sentence is probably not quite enough. And for the short answer, well, I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm going to talk to you about this stuff anyhow. But for example, in the short answer one that was all about basically a transcription translation question, the whole question of what's going on and talking about how tRNA comes into the ribosome, matches up with the corresponding anticodon, moving site to site, and then creating the peptide bond between the amine and the carboxyl group as they're located right next to each other in the P and the A site. That was very short. Some of you didn't even use tRNA or any of that stuff. Just like in the long one, our biggest issue on that experimental design, and again, I'm giving you a preview because I'm going to be going through this in a little more detail on a different video, but talking about controls got very rare. And that was really a whole bunch of the beginning of that thing was talking about there was two big control questions, two separate controls in that, and not using that terminology is exactly what hurt some of you. And that's what they're looking for anyhow. So that's a way too long explanation to say when it says stop and think, stop and think. Okay. And again, gives you a little more background, a little more stop and think, a little more stop and think, pretty pictures, a little summary of stuff, talks about the lambda phase we're going to be using, and then the pre-lab questions and exercise. And that's what I want you to work on and get through. This is basically your work today, is to kind of get through that. And then if you really want to, you can look at the experimental procedure, although you'll be watching me do it. And then be able to do data collection off not only the film, but the pictures I take. So do the reading, do the stopping and thinking. And then, of course, you've downloaded this in a Notability or something. Fill up the pre-lab questions and exercise. Answer them so that you have a rough idea when you're walking in to watch me do the lab what you're looking at. Anyhow, that's your Tuesday assignment. Wednesday, I'll be showing you the film of stuff and of the lab, and then we'll move on from there to other technology stuff. Anyhow, there you go. Stay healthy, stay focused. We'll talk to you soon.